Yeah, I'm bringing back the intro. Hey everyone, I'm Schleim, and recently I made a video detailing my discovery of a YouTube channel that uses AI to write and read their scripts in order to make content fast, and usually the things they're saying are wrong, unelaborated, or repeated again and 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 again. I didn't really expect it to blow up. The day after it was uploaded, it was doing about average for a channel of my size at that time, and then the next day,
Oh my god!
now, at the time of recording this, I've just surpassed 4,000 subscribers,
These
with
weren't
the
just
video
big
reaching
movies.
417,000 views and a little over 2,000 comments. I saw a couple of eye-opening ones, so I want to take the time in this video to respond to some of them. Though, first for the 4,000 new subscribers, I want to take this time to give you a little bit of context about myself. My name is Schleim. I'm a 20-year-old Australian aspiring filmmaker who started this channel at the ripe old age of 13. In 2023, so a couple of years ago, I did what I called the year of content, where I'd post a video a month to try and get this channel off the ground. I ended the year with about 150 subscribers, and I was pretty proud of myself, but felt it wasn't going to work the way I wanted it to. I still wanted to make videos because I find it really fun, but put the idea of making it a job down. And then I posted my previous video, and now things have kind of changed. I make a variety of content on this channel, very infrequently mind you, so I want to work to change that now, since I have an audience all of a sudden. So please, if you like this video, stick around and see if you like the stuff that I make in the future. Now let's move on to responding to all of the comments that were on my Movies Explained video. I got a lot of you to ask if I can look over other explained channels and see if they're AI, like Music Explained, Chill Dude Explains, and Honkology. I don't really want to become the AI sleuth this subscriber wanted me to become, so I'm going to breeze through these recommendations now. Music Explained and Basketball Explained are both the exact same fucking thing as Movies Explained, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were run by the same person. I'm not going to say that they are, but I'm going to put the possibility out there.
I mean, talk about copy and paste.
Chill Dude Explains is also AI. Their video's content is mid and doesn't contain any actual substance, the voice is AI,
Threat face detector. Imagine walking through an ancient forest.
and they pump out videos every single day. This channel is trying to replicate the style of Sam O'Nella, but is failing miserably because they can't get the AI to generate the same style of humor that Sam puts in his videos, because LLMs can't be funny, as they're made to be predictable and their whole design is to regurgitate. Honkology is also AI, but they hide it a bit better than others by the animation and also the change in subject of the goose. You can tell by pattern recognition that the script is generated, which is a bit upsetting because the advice the videos give, while pretty standard, are quite good, and the voice is also definitely generated. Now let's shift our focus to AI voice generation. I saw this comment that says,
I think using AI voices is fine if you don't want to use your real voice. For example, my friend uses AI and text-to-speech for his videos, and it rarely detracts from the quality of the video. It's also better than just leaving it silent.
this is actually a good thought. What if you don't want to, or can't, use your real voice? Well, I can think of a few different ways in which you can overcome this without relying on generative AI. If you have friends or family who are willing to do small voice work for you for free, then you're good to go. But if you're a 4chan user and consequently have no friends or family,
Microsoft David, everybody knows this voice and it's not generated by AI.
I have the same issues with AI voice work that I do with LLMs and generative AI as a whole. A major ethical concern is whether or not proper consent was obtained from the individuals whose voice was used to train the AI. It could have been that a person was hired to say a bunch of phrases for the AI to be fueled on. They knew what they were being hired for and were okay with it happening. Perfect! But say for a political figure or celebrity who has been recorded their entire career, someone can train an AI to sound like that person without their consent, and therefore make said person say anything. That can be used to sway the public's opinion of that person and spread misinformation, which can lead to all sorts of drama that can be resolved by proper enforcement of policies and laws. Another ethical issue is obviously the impact it has on voice acting work. This isn't so much of an issue if you have only $30 to your name and are making shitty YouTube videos, but more a dilemma for things with larger budgets like animated films. Lastly, with every type of generative AI, the environmental impact using it has is utterly terrible. With Google backtracking on their statements to maintain carbon neutrality and Microsoft reporting their carbon emissions have increased substantially since 2020, the negative impact this tool has on the environment vastly outweighs the total amount of time saving it gives people, or whatever it's supposed to do. Anime girl avatar and pronouns in bio. Yup, this is a channel to avoid. It's not anime, it's hentai. Get it right, Gramps. Actually, quite a few people recognize where my avatar was from. For those who don't know, it's from a hentai, anime porn, called Itadaki Saiki. The girl's name is Mari Setagaya, and she's half vampire. It's actually quite funny now that I think about it, having an avatar that's from porn while you're asexual. I should probably preface this now. I don't want anyone who's under 18 to watch my content. Even if it turns out to be PG or rated E for everyone, if you're a minor, don't watch. And the same goes for social media like MySpace, hey. Do not try to friend me if you're under 18, I just will decline it immediately. I received a comment that I can't find anymore that said I needed to talk about the ethics or lack of ethics regarding Movies Explains content more, since they didn't think I talked about it enough. And you know what? After looking over my video again, I didn't talk about it enough. So let me re-emphasize my point of ethics regarding this type of content on YouTube. As stated before, the most important ethical issue of generative AI is its environmental impact. If it's harming the environment so much, we shouldn't be using it, period. AI-generated content on YouTube poses an ethical problem because it diminishes the perceived value of human creativity. When LLMs and AI voice models are used to generate videos to a large degree, mimicking formats and styles already perfected by other YouTubers, like Chill Dude Explains with Sam O'Nella, the intent behind content creation becomes less about artistic expression and more about getting that bag by making algorithmic slop. AI-generated content treats human expression as something to be harvested, processed, and regurgitated, like that group of three. It can't understand intent or meaning because it doesn't even know what those words mean. Intent and meaning is incredibly important when it comes to art, so when you lose that, art becomes nothing. So when I say generative AI undermines the effort put in by real creators, I mean it undermines the integrity of true authorship and floods our feeds with content optimized for engagement metrics lacking any real perspective or value. There's also many other issues, like how AI can just get things completely wrong and spreads misinformation, how it says the same thing over and over, how it can go entire paragraphs without saying anything meaningful or with substance, and finally the precedent it sets for the acceleration of the worst aspects of late-stage capitalism while presenting itself as progress. I could go on, but then I'd be here for 31 minutes explaining all of that when you can just make up your own mind by doing your own research. For the few comments that say, bro, let him make his bag, stop letting it get to your head, you're dismissing ethical concerns, normalizing exploitative behavior which encourages others to take these shortcuts, contributing to a race to the bottom where quality as a word with meaning doesn't exist, and shielding your eyes from the broader impact this type of content generation has on the social media ecosystem. Lastly, I got this comment, which I think sums up my argument neatly into one question. If no one bothered to make it, why should I bother watching it? I got a lot of comments from people saying how they believed the comments that I showed in my video were actually bots and not real people. I don't really know how to tell if a comment is a bot or not since they're too short and people on the internet always type weirdly from my personal experience. And I think it's good to give the benefit of the doubt in this scenario since you can't specifically tell for sure if it is or is not a bot typing those comments. Again, I want to reiterate that I will not be becoming the AI channel sleuth some of you want me to be. I feel I've done my part in informing how you can tell AI-generated content, and now it's up to you to do the rest. Thank you so much for getting me to 4,000 subscribers. I'll be doing my best to bring out the videos that I've been meaning to make but have been too busy to fully dedicate my time to, and I hope it's stuff that you'll find enjoyment in. With the success of my previous video, I now am able to start a channel membership program and also gain revenue from the ads that show on my videos. I won't be starting up a channel membership program just yet because I don't know whether or not I'll have an audience within a month and also don't know what the rewards would be for becoming a member. And I definitely will not be doing ad revenue because of my moral standing. I hate ads on the internet and wish they would die, and I don't want to become a cog in that system. So that's all I wanted to respond to regarding my previous video. I hope you enjoyed that one and this video, and maybe stick around to see what I make in the future, whether it be soon or very distant in time. Bye!